I'm Jordan Griffith, and I did like an explorer ship design. I started on about a year ago and did about 72 hours work on it, and just worked from there really. Yeah, started with the ship. The ship took about 2 days in total to build, and then worked on the dock and the bridge, and then sort of evolved from there really.
Yeah, and this is awesome. What was the particular inspiration for the ship as far as like a real world model, or just kind of something you came up with in your head?
Well, I looked at like ships that had helipads on because I wanted a helipad on it, and I wanted it to have submarines on it. So I looked at like research vessels that they already used, and then just worked off that really.
There you go. What's the inside of that like? What's the structure kind of keeping that together?
So it's all hollow inside, so all the decks are fully kitted out, and I used the tile and a couple of studs just to keep each deck stable, and then had. It's got a plate base, and then it works up to 2x4s, and then it's got all sorts of stuff in there: hovercrafts, trucks, bedrooms, restaurants, everything really.
So some fun play details interior inside there. Then that's nice. And then how about the bridge here? Well, it looks like you even got some maybe non-Lego parts there.
Yeah, so I went down to a local supermarket and found that they did string for £1. So I thought I think a suspension bridge would be quite good. So I used string to make the bridge, and it worked out pretty good. So.
And I've noticed some interesting. This is kind of a military vessel as well here. Are these custom minifigs, or where'd you get these minifigs from here?
So I got some of the weapons from Brick which you probably know about, and then Little Legends, which are based in the UK. I got them from there. But I wanted to do like a UN type of theme, but I couldn't find any helmets in time for the show, so I had to use the current ones I've already got to show like a specialist type thing.
Yeah, there you go. I really like. So what's the hardest part then for you of putting together a display like this? Is a pretty big display, a lot of stuff going on here.
So one thing I noticed is if I go too long, it starts to bow the Lego, so I had to try and make it as strong at the base as it can, so it keeps it nice and level. So I used mainly 2x4s at the base to make it as strong as possible, and it's too thick, so it's a little bit stronger at the base. And then the two cars on the bridge were quite difficult to make as well. They took about 3 hours each to make. They're quite because I wanted to get it just right, the scale just right. So yeah.
Yeah, well, those look really nice. That's all custom cars and everything. That's neat there. How's this work for transporting this show then?
So the boat, I cut part of the front off the boat and then put it in a Christmas tree box, and then the rest of the decks just fall into the boxes. So yeah, there's about 5 or 6 boxes in total, but it wasn't too bad. But luckily it's modular enough to transport.